Hello everyone, and welcome back to the world's worst Let's Play. I am your host, Killer Keemstar. Fucking cut that. Okay, anyways, we're back with more Lynn's mode. When we left off, we killed Lundgren to the wonderful sounds of Ken Blast and his song The Top. Our status is we've taken 13 turns, but because Lynn has already moved, rather, I have to end the turn and seize, meaning we'll have to take 14 turns. Now, if I'm correct, our last video started and our turn count was still 75. So 75 plus 14 is 89, I believe. Yes. Yes, 89, which means I kept it under 90 turns. My previous record was 92, meaning we beat it by 3 turns. I think that is probably a very good assessment and a very good, in fact, result. After all, of course we beat it, because we have the wonderful, the powerful, based Kent. And did I give him the energy ring? I'm like suddenly paranoid about this. Did I give Kent the energy ring? Who has the energy ring? Not you, not you, not you. Not you. I'm just painstakingly checking all my units here. I shouldn't be doing this because this is probably going to be a long one, considering we have, like, actually, like, a lot of exposition to go through. How are you doing, Wallace? Okay. Bruce Wallace. Anyways, I'll have to end the turn. It'll be our 89th and our final turn. Wow, Lynn, you are great at observing. Do you know what else you could observe? Not being a cunt. A cuck. Okay, we'll use that word. I wouldn't call her that. I love her too much. This is world's worst Let's Play, guys. Let's go, Zerk. We should press on while we're still able. Yeah, okay. 14th turn, 89th turn. You don't understand how done with this I am. We've won. At last I can see my grandfather. You are Lady Lindis, are you not? Who are you? I am Resman, the Chancellor of the Kalen royal family. I also look like Colonel Sanders. I had received word from based Kent and Sane when you first met. But then Lundgren discovered the message and imprisoned me. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to your true home. Thank you. May I see my grandfather now? Yes, of course. Do not be shocked by what you see. After all, you were all consumed to the task of cancer. That's my Christopher Nolan Bane, by the way. Or Tom Hardy Bane. Lundgren has been poisoning the Marcus's meals for some time. So he's Dio. Okay. His body has been ravaged. He's been bedridden for months. I probably bumped my mic during that, and all of you in the comments are screaming, "Ah, Zerk, you bumped your mic, you shitbag." Who is there? I said no visitors. I will see no one. Oh, she looks so sad. I love the sprite work in FE7, especially with the emotional sprites, like, just the angle at which, like, so much emotion is convinced in that. Like, it's a shame Sacred Stones didn't have that. It just kind of changed their expressions. The one exception, of course, is the villain of that game, but we all know my feelings on that particular villain, so we'll get to that if we ever Let's Play Sacred Stones, which I doubt is gonna happen. What are you doing? Leave me to die. Firstly, this music, awesome. Pardon me, my name is, I'm Lindis. Eh? Did you say Lindis? Is that? My father's name was Hassar, chieftain of the Lorca. My mother was Madeline. I was raised on the plains. Could it be? Come here. Let me see your face. Oh, yes, there is no doubt. You are Madeline's trueborn child. Hey, look, that was my response when I first saw Lynn, too, okay? Grandfather. Ah, the sprite work in this game, just so good. And of course you have to see Lynn's thigh. Like they couldn't resist. It's so good. Unger told me that my daughter had died. My heir, and you too. He told me you were dead. Thank you. Thank you for living. I am blessed. Blessed by what? Lynn's... No. Mother and father were slain last year by brigands. I was the only survivor. I lived on, but... Lindis, please forgive a prideful old man. I sound like Sean Connery. If I had but accepted your parents' love, there would have never been no bandits. We would have lived here together in perfect peace. Grandfather, my parents, my tribe, our life was one of love and peace. The end was tragic, but up until the attack, we were truly happy. Truly? Madeline had a life of happiness? Knowing that gives me so much joy. Thank you, Lindis. I can die in peace now. No, Grandfather, you mustn't say that. Don't die. You're Sean Connery. There's no avoiding it, Lindis. I've taken too much poison for far too long. It's too late. I am the last one. Be brave, Grandfather. You will recover, believe me. On the plains we say that illness falls in the face of a strong heart. I am with you now. You mustn't give up. You're with me. Yes. We have so much to talk about. Walks to take, music to listen to. There's so much I want to do with you. So much lost time we can recover. That does sound nice. Doesn't it? And once you're well, I'll take you to the plains. I'll show you the endless sky, the oceans of grass. I want you to know the lands my mother loved so much. The lands Madeline loved. AKA, basically Hungary and Mongolia. You're right, I still have quite a bit of living to do. You can do it, Grandfather. Lindis. Lady Lindis! Do you honestly plan on remaining here? Tell me truly! Yes, until my grandfather is well. I can't leave him now. I won't. The physician says that Lord Howson looks like a new man. It's like he was never ill. And it's all thanks to you, milady. And me. Based Kent. He's the only family I have left. I want him to have a long life. Lady Lindis. What is it, Florina? I've been taken into service by House Kaelin. From here on, Lady Lindis, we'll be together always. Oh, Florina. A lot of people say that Florina and Lynn kind of have a lesbian relationship. I'm not one to agree with that. I personally think, if anything, Florina is bisexual and has feelings for Lynn, but Lynn does not requite them. Like, she doesn't really understand kind of Florina's actual stance on her. So it's kind of a Valbar-Leon scenario, as it's portrayed in Echoes, between Florina and Lynn, and I think Florina being Leon with Lynn being Valbar. Really? Oh, that pleases me so, but please, don't call me Lady Lindis. For you, I'm still just Lynn. Like, see, like, Lynn kind of perceives their relationship as a lot more sisterly, whereas I think Florina might actually have feelings for Lynn. Like, it's hard to tell what the writers actually intended, because a lot of supports in the GBA series are so well written that some of them actually come across as romantic in some parts. We'll get, like, if we ever LP Elliewood's mode, there's a support we might get to between two characters, one of which we've already met, and a lot of people say that there's a lot of gay undertones in that support, and I think that's somewhat true, but I don't think that's what the writers intended. That's just kind of the way it came out, and the subtext of how well written that support is, it kind of seems that way, yet I don't think that's what the writers intended. My Pegasus and I fly for your house now. I'm your servant. There are rules to follow. Florina. I'm happiest when I'm with you. See, this is kind of what I'm talking about. That's more important than how I address you. Please. I suppose I'll just have to get used to it, right? Very well, I understand. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I'm thought. Like, I think, like, Florina's only about maybe 14, 15 when this game came up, is how she's portrayed. So it's likely that she's kind of new to the world and doesn't really understand things. And she's so afraid of men. So I think, yeah, if anything, Florina is bisexual towards Lynn, but Lynn is not requiting those things and perceives their relationship as more sisterly. Oops, I mean Lady Lindis. Haha, oh, Florina. Lady Lindis, I've decided to stay too. Will, weren't you planning on returning home? Well, I was, but I've grown quite fond of Lindis's legions, you know. I couldn't possibly leave everyone behind. I'll send word to my family regarding my decision. I'll pleased to have you, Will. Thank you. Thank you, milady. This is basically a Where Are They Now segment. Zerk, you're leaving, aren't you? Okay, now, I wanted to talk about this scene a lot. This is basically the prototype for the S support. Between the avatar and an NPC, or a playable character. I really love this conversation, so I'm just going to RP it out, because I'm a huge weeb. No, I'm not asking you to stay. It's just, I'll miss you. When I found you unconscious on the plains, I had no idea we would be together for so long. You've helped us so much, and I'm sure you've learned all you can from us. You'll do just fine on your own. I have the utmost faith that you'll be a master tactician, Zerk. That's from someone who's seen you at work. See, if FE7 ever gets remade, I want this to be the S support between Lynn and the player character, if you can do that. Like, this scene is sweet, and it's a really good send-off, and I really think this was the prototype for the S supports on Awakening. And as an Awakening fan who played this game, I played like the first 2 chapters at summer camp on my friend's GBA. I hadn't picked up a Fire Emblem game between that and then Awakening. And then seeing this scene for the first time as an Awakening fan, it really helped me feel very connected to the characters. Because I had an avatar like I did in Awakening, and then there was this scene that reminded me a lot of Awakening's avatar supports, and I thought that was really cool. Well then, take care. I hope I see you again. I'm sure that I will someday. And that art is just beautiful, by the way. I'm sorry. Like, it's totally the prototype of the S support. Kent, Knight of Lycia. For his bravery in fulfilling his command, Based Kent is named Based Knight Commander of Caelin. It's a high honor for one so young, but none deny his worth, because he's Based Kent. Sane, Knight of Lycia. Sane has earned the honor of being named Sub-Commander of the Caelin Knights. Despite his promotion, he still scoffs at the authority and woos the village girls. He is much loved by the Sinistry. Florina, Pegasus, Knight of Ilia. Florina has arranged to stay in Caelin. She spends her every waking hour in rigorous training, hoping to become invaluable to Lynn. Her fear of men has lessened, but only slightly. Wait until she meets Hector. Will, Archer of Ferrari, with his cheery outlook and his happy-go-lucky demeanor, Will has become quite dear to Marquess Caelin's household. Kent is teaching manners to him to become a sworn man of Castle Caelin. Dorcas, fighter of Bern. Once Lynn's true heritage is recognized in Caelin, Dorcas returns to his home in Bern. There he cares for his wife and makes a good living as a mercenary, fighting the local bandits. Sarah, Tsundere Cleric. Ultimately, Urk succeeds in seeing Sarah safely to Oster. While her behavior is irritating at best, she is sorely missed. Her acerbic tongue has become legendary. Urk, Wandering Mage. These are beautiful, by the way. His contact Sarah complete, Urk sets off for Eturia. His time as a mercenary is just part of his training, and he's glad to see it end. He has since returned to his mentor. Wrath, the Sacaean Nomad. In celebration of following Lynn's return to Caelin, Wrath slips out unseen. Whether he was returned to Sacae or worked out as a mercenary, no one knows. Matthew, the enigmatic thief. Matthew vanishes after the final battle. His whereabouts remain a mystery. Nils, mysterious musician. Nils and his sister Nidian take their leave of Castle Caelin after a few days. He may well be traveling in his land, mastering his musical skills somewhere. Lucius, the traveling gay monk. Lucius studies in Caelin for a time, but departs after receiving summons to another land. He has since been seen traveling with a hard-eyed mercenary. We'll know who that is later. Wallace, the Caelin general. Bruce Wallace. Lynn's struggle only whets his appetite for battle. He sets off in search of a cause worthy of his blade. He acts any sense of direction, so it may be years before he returns. Zerk, the tactician. Me. Zerk leaves Lynn. Why would I do that? No! This is wrong! Game! Stop! Hold up! No! No, don't leave! No! That was incorrect! I would never leave Lynn! Lynn, the sword fighter from Suke. Lynn now lives with her grandfather as Lady Lindis of Castle Caelin. Under her loving care, Housen recovers, and the two of them go for many walks in the gardens. On clear, dry nights, Lynn can be seen high atop a hill near the castle. Stop scrolling so slow. Perhaps she is remembering the home of her youth, the plains of Sakai. And that art, awesome. Like I said, the art in this game, and her thighs, just perfectly framed. Beautiful. 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 Fuck it.